Hello, people. We are joined with Disto and Adnan. Welcome, people. So we're going to do the usual predictions. Let's start off with Aston Villa versus Burnley. Adnan, you can go first.
Aston Villa versus Burnley. I think Aston Villa are in a really good form. They are performing well. So this game I'm leaning towards an Aston Villa win. So Watkins scoring. So I will go with an Aston Villa 3-1 win.
Okay, to you, Disto.
Aston Villa Burnley. Two teams, two different playing styles, two different managers, two different positions in the Premier League. Both of them are not in the position that they wanted to be at such a time in the Premier League. Aston Villa, Gerrard has been having a good time with Aston Villa. He has been having a good form. He has been having a good run recently. Burnley, on the other hand, let me tell you something about Burnley. Burnley is a team that we can write them off against big teams, but then they come and disappoint you. Yeah. I remember the game against West Ham. They were solid defensively, dealt with all the long balls, dealt with all the physical players. So I'll go with an Aston Villa win, but then they'll have to scratch for that win because it's not going to come easy. So for me, an Aston Villa win.
And then next up is Leeds versus Arsenal. Raja?
Leeds versus Arsenal. I think Arsenal are performing. They are in a good form, but with Leeds, I think Leeds, the problem is that you never know how they will do against a team. They were playing really well against the Chelsea. They did really good until they scored the last minute penalty. But against City, they were destroyed 7-0. So with Michael Biesla's squad, you never know what will happen. But this game, how Arsenal are playing and how Arsenal's Saka, Smith Rowe, and all the other players, Arsenal players are on form. I expect them to win. I'm leaning towards an Arsenal win, but it will be a game full of goals. So I'm going to go with an Arsenal 3-2 win.
Okay, to you, Disto.
Leeds performed well against Chelsea, lost with one goal, were completely annihilated. If it's not even a thrashing, but that's an annihilation by City, 7-0. It seems Marco Bielsa's way is not working right now. He's struggling to get a grip on the game. He's struggling to have an identity with his team. On the other hand, Arsenal, even though we've had a good 2 previous games, we are having a catastrophic away run. We are being thrashed here and there. We are losing games that we are supposed to win. So here, everything is on the table. Any team can take the 3 points. Arsenal, I'm leaning on a Leeds win, a shocking Leeds win, because Arsenal, with the away form that they're having, they even have a captaincy issue. Aubameyang was stripped off the captaincy. He didn't feature against the game for West Ham. He's not in the squad to face Leeds tomorrow. So you see, both teams can take this game. So I'm gonna go for a Leeds 1-0 win.
Wow. Okay. Sunday, Newcastle versus Man City. What do you think, Raja?
I think that game, it will be Man City will annihilate and destroy Newcastle the way they did to the way they did to New Leeds. I don't expect them to score 7 goals or 8 goals, but I expect them to win at least a 4-1 win or a 5-1 win game. I think because Newcastle are struggling until January transfer window. I think Newcastle will not perform well. So I will go with a 4-0 or a 4-1 Man City win.
Okay, to you, Disto. Newcastle versus Man City.
Newcastle. Newcastle have only 1 win in the season in the Premier League right now. They tried to perform against Liverpool, scoring the first goal, but then Liverpool had too much quality than Newcastle, and they won the game easy. Manchester City. This is a team that are scoring goals left, right, and center. I don't know what they had about goal difference, but these guys are taking to another league. So, and they're on form. What shocked me is against Leeds, This guy didn't have a fullback. Cancelo was out, Walker was out. They played with 3 central defenders, and they still, only Zinchenko. They had Bernardo on the other wing, and they still defeated a team that posed problems to Chelsea. Man City, man, they're flying high. They're setting standards that cannot be broken by other teams. So, but you never know. City can go sometimes away games. They don't turn up well. They struggle to score goals. So we never know. We never know. So, but I'll go for a City win, a comfortable City win. But you never know how Newcastle will play out. But then, to be on the safer side, I say Manchester City win.
Okay, we move on to Wolves versus Chelsea. This will be an interesting game because Wolves have been solid at the back. Chelsea are missing strikers. What do you think, Adnan?
The Wolves versus Chelsea game, I don't think that game there will be many goals. With Chelsea, the way they are performing in the last games, they struggled against Leeds. They drew with an Everton team which had most of their key players missing. So since they drew with Man United, they are struggling really well. So I might go with a draw. This game looks like a draw. I will actually go with a draw because both teams, I can't see them scoring. Both teams are struggling to score, but defensively, Wolves are better for now. But Chelsea will regain their form. So I'll go with a draw, 1-1 draw.
And to you, Disto, what do you think about this game?
This game, similar playing styles. Play on the counter, try to get the spare man with the ball, the third centre back. Chelsea have had a problem recently through the team. We can't specify the area. We can't say it's the strikers missing or the midfielders. They've had a problem throughout. They've been letting in more goals combined in the previous matches than the previous 30 matches. So you see, they've been letting in more goals right now, which is a very, very worrisome trend to Eduardo Mendy. They are playing with midfielders up front. They're playing with Mount and Ziyech up front. They'll need goals. On the other side, Wolves are right now they're very solid, man. The way they're playing like a good team. They're playing like a one team. They understand each other well. But then for me, Tuchel needs the 3 points. If he's ever gonna want to make his title dreams be true, he's gonna need 3 points. These 3 points are vital. He's been dropping points for the previous I don't know how many games. So this win is vital. So for me, a Chelsea 1-0 win. It's gonna be a tough one, but it's gonna be a close one though.
Yeah. Spurs versus Liverpool is next. The big game for this weekend. What do you think, Adnan?
Spurs versus Liverpool. And Spurs have had enough time to rest. I think their players had corona, most of them, but now I think they will come back. I hope that game not to be postponed. But the way Liverpool are performing, I think only a few teams can stop them. But Liverpool will be missing Van Dijk, and it's a key one because Son always stands up against Liverpool. But I don't think he will. This time he will because of the lack of game time. They don't have the strength they used to have. But I will go for a Liverpool win. I will go for a Liverpool 2-1 win.
Okay, to you, Disto, what do you think about this game?
Spurs versus Liverpool, yeah?
Yeah.
So Spurs are hosting. Both teams, Spurs hasn't played in the past 2 game weeks. But then if you check the form, both have been having recent good wins. Out of the 4 past games, Spurs dropped points 1 game. Won the rest of the 3. Okay, we know Liverpool. They've been on a winning streak. Sorry about that. They've been on a winning streak. Liverpool are missing Van Dijk. That's very, very big. Against a team that are trying to give an identity, they are trying to gain an identity in playing. You can't miss a key player in your defense. Konate is good. Brahima Konate is good. He is really athletic. That guy is strong. He's fast. But then, man, Van Dijk is Premier League proven. to deal with the pace of Son and the trickery of Kane, you're going to need an experienced defender there. So for me, the Liverpool are struggling a little bit. But Liverpool, where they have a shortcoming, they always surplus in other areas. That game is going to provide us goals, it's going to provide us entertainment. But Liverpool is going to edge it. And I'm going to say Salah will score 2 goals. I'm not going to say the scoreline, but he's my captain and I want him to score 2 goals that game.
Okay. Recently, the Premier League has been cancelling games, especially for Man United. Tottenham had, I think, the most. What are your thoughts, Adnan, as a Man United fan? What do you think about this?
And it's a turnout of unfortunate times, but what can they do about it? Because Man United are missing almost 7, 8 players, 8 key players. They can't play without them. So I think the Premier League should at least cancel one game week so that the chain is broken and everybody has that game week. But it will be a weird one because when Man United come back, another team will have many coronavirus cases. So it will be a difficult one for the Premier League. And so I don't know when they will give them the games to play because Manchester United have the Champions League, so many games, FA Cup. So I think they will cancel the Premier League for a while so that every team is safe. But for the way it's going, I think the Premier League is going to be cancelled. That's what I think.
Okay, to you, Disto, what do you think about this COVID rise cases in England?
First of all, it's very unfortunate. So quick recovery to all the players that are ailing from it right now. Moving on to what are my thoughts on this? Listen, the coronavirus is a pandemic. It's a global pandemic. You remember how it cancelled the Premier League halfway, some 1.5 years back. So what I say is safety first. Players, fans, coaching, family, safety first. Then football can come second. Because without life, there's no football. For the Premier League games that are being cancelled, it's necessary. Because you can't be missing 9 first team players and you expect to fill youngsters. This is a league. It's not a competition. It's not a knockout. Yeah, it's a league. The chain can be broken. The games can be postponed if there's preservation of life. You see, and it's very paramount. If players' lives are being put on the line, it's very, very paramount for the Premier League to be cancelled for now. Give teams reprieve, maybe kickstart the league back in January, extend or double the game weeks. When there's no UEFA, double the game weeks. It's gonna take a toll on the players that are playing both European and domestic leagues. But what can we do if the players are being put at risk, if the coaching staff is being put at risk? And we are getting new strains of COVID every day, so it's very key that people stay healthy, people stay safe. You see, and yeah, we'll see how it goes down, but it's my prayer that everything goes on well. No more games are cancelled. People start taking vaccination. But yeah, we'll see how things will unfold in the future.